Do you think that East-West tensions are as bad now as they were when we first met back in the 1980s?
um, I'm afraid it's worse. I'm afraid that that time was terrible time, and we were close to somebody will push the button inside, and the whole world will blow up. But now it's maybe worse because appeared much more different technologies how to blow up the world. It's not just one button. Now we have several buttons, and different people are ready to push it. So from my point of view, it's worse.
So what would you like to see pressure groups in the UK and the United States and the West doing to make the situation better?
Well, first of all, from my point of view, we should all gather together. Shouldn't be any political shit between us. And then if we sit down around the table and just talk straight, then maybe we can find some solutions. I don't know, but that's the only way.
What does your new play, the new version of Peace Child, show young people in Russia doing to make things better?
No, it's actually very difficult to do anything because the power of negative shit is very serious. It's like mob. And we're doing now that second part of Peace Child story, as you know, which is called Strike. And it's about the most difficult, most dangerous problems of survival of human being. And we will try to formulate everything very straight with no bullshit, how it is in life. I don't know how it can help people, but knowledge in any case will helping. If you know, it's already power. Then you can do something. If you don't know, if you don't understand what's going on, then you don't know who is your enemy, with whom to fight.
But without giving away any secrets, Stas, can you tell us what happens at the end of the Strike story?
It's not happy end, unfortunately, because it's not so easy to, only in Disney stories, happy end is all the time at the end. But here, yes, it was your idea how to force the corruption mob of the world to attract attention to the young people whose life will be in the future. And this mob is egoistically don't think about the future. So, and they don't want to even attract attention. They don't want to see, they don't want to hear what young people are saying and their worries. So you found very interesting trick how theoretically it's possible. I don't want to say now the secret because it's the hook of the story. That's why it's Strike. So at the end, yes, they will hear, they will look at young people and will maybe formally, but try to understand what they need and what they want. But still, problems are not escaping. It's just the way how to fight with them, because it's our choice just to do nothing and not to fight and not to fight for our future, or do something and there is a chance that we will win in some way.
So, Stas, many things have changed since we were doing this in the 1980s. And one of the things that comes up for a lot of people in the West is that the question of nuclear disarmament is, they say, a feminist issue, something that women should take leadership roles on. What do you feel about that?
Well, the worst thing is the most important problem is the politicians and their games between each other. If not politics, it's not geopolitics, I don't know how to say. It would be possible. You know, right now I'm in the middle of the making a big story, like feature film, 15 episodes. It's like we're doing in the States about the time of Reagan and Gorbachev. That time when we started, when we did that Peace Child, and that time, I don't know, with our help or without our help, but we also did something. But it doesn't matter. Gorbachev and Reagan started from absolutely negative situation, like when both countries hated each other and were close to war. But they managed to find a way how to be friends and stop the how to say
Bullshit.
let's say intelligent saying bullshit. Um, and this is, you know, this is the example. Why not to do now? Why it's not possible? What's the problem? Why now it's not possible to find a way how to be friends again and stop armament and stop all this crazy things which hurts all human being in the world, not only United States, Britain, Russia, and China. And the whole world is suffering from this bullshit, like you said. And there is no other word I can find.
Maybe, but I don't know it.
I don't know. I don't know English well enough to.
Well, what is it in Russian then?
In Russian, it's too rude. Even though
Okay, so Stas, what do you think then would be the role of the United Nations in a future Peace Child play? Do you think it should play a role? What's your thinking about that?
What I think is just there is no other mechanism who can do something. I'm not sure that United Nations is doing what we're expecting from them to do right now, but there is no other mechanism. Only United Nations, and actually they formed exactly for that. This is the main reason why they appeared, and who can solve thousands of problems between everybody? Only United Nations. How to make it happen? How to make United Nations more powerful and more, you know, resultative? That's another thing. But without United Nations, we can do nothing.
So Stas, the final question. I seem to remember that you have done work restoring churches in your native Armenia. And the people we're talking to this evening are from Christian CND. So I ask you the question, do you think the churches, the Christian churches, other religious groups have a role to play in delivering nuclear disarmament?
Well, it's a very difficult question because, you know, church itself, and it depends upon your attitude. You consider church as a religion power or like a cultural ethnic value. It all depends, because religion is a little, you know, it's religion and belief is a little different. When you believe in something positive, in any, you know, I don't want to say any names, but still, all religions are, as far as I understand, are promoting and how to say, teaching people to be loved and to give love to others. That's the main thing. So what's the problem? Why they hate each other? So it's again a sort of a political game from my point of view. Yes, religion is positive and good when it's all together and they all are helping each other and not killing each other and teaching people how to love each other. That's the only way. That's why and that's why actually I support religion in this way. because love is the main religion all over the world, should be from my point of view.